To say that silver stacking requires patience is an understatement. Over time, it's natural that you will get eager, a little finicky, just ready for the markets to do something. But this is where people get tied up. As they're waiting and that something happens, whether it's for the upside or the downside, they get excited or worried and then they make an impulsive decision. Impulse buying and panic selling are two of the most dangerous things any investor can do. You're investing with your heart, not your head. You're not thinking rationally because you're on the spot, investing with emotions, and that is going to cloud your judgment. This could also even transform into your life at home. If you're working a stressful job, if you're having a lot of issues with the family, or you're just very stressed, that could be a time to maybe pause, step back from the selling or investing period. Think about it. If you have two different investors, the one guy very finicky, agitated, always thinking the worst case scenario, just always a very negative person, and then look at another guy who's very laid back, cool, calm, collect, very just positive, looks at the bigger picture. Which one of those two people you think is going to be the more successful investor? Think about this stuff. The psychological aspect's a lot more real than I think people tend to give. But anyways, I did want to also mention something very important. You can see actually Bullion Max right here has this advertisement, which is funny because I was going to show their site anyways, but they have an advertisement on the site I'm at. But if you go to bullionmax.com/silverslayer, it's going to take you to a silver starter kit, which it is 5 ounces of silver at below employee pricing. Now, this deal is so good because the 5 ounces they give are high premium coins. So you're basically getting 5 ounces of silver at the deal of all generics, 5 ounces of generics. But these coins, like the Type 2 Eagle, up to $45. So I recommend you do this. It's only one per household, or people would just abuse this and buy boatloads. But yeah, I highly recommend you do it. They have a new product page as well, bullionmax.com/silverslayer. So I saw this article that's talking about if silver gets above $30, there will be a massive technical buying signal, which obviously, if it breaks above any type of resistance level like that, there's going to be a lot of hype, a lot of just a lot of news, right? A lot of people are going to be talking about it. YouTube videos, news articles, everyone. So it's going to go into overbought territory. But since $30 has been such a strong resistance level, especially when you look at how it resisted that level even during the Wall Street silver raid, where, it was the biggest deal, silver was the biggest deal in the investing world, period. If it broke above that, I think we would probably see $40 extremely fast. And that's actually what this article, or this, I guess, this little paragraph says as well. But that's the dangerous part. That is the extremely dangerous part, because if it gets up to $40 really fast, it has to correct back downwards. A correction is called a correction for a reason. It has to correct back down. If something just goes up, 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 that's not normal. The price has to stabilize. It has to go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little more. So if it went just straight to $40 and there's no correction, that means when it does go down, it's going to crash, and it's going to take a long time for it to even come near $40 again. Prime example, Bitcoin back in 2016. I started buying Bitcoin around 1,500, actually less than that, but probably around $1,200, maybe a little less. And I remember when it jumped from like $1,200 to like $16,000 in like 6 months. That was extreme overbought territory. And since it didn't go down at all, it just went up, up, up. It crashed, and it took what? That was 2016. Bitcoin finally starting to do stuff again the last couple of years. It took what, like 5 years for it to recover. We don't want that to happen. So if it goes to 40, this is the dangerous part. A lot of people are going to be buying at $40. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high. Most people buy high, sell low. This is what happens. They'll buy at $40 when everyone's talking about it, or 35 or 33 or whatever. They're going to buy once this happens and all the hype is around, and then when it corrects, especially if it's a strong correction and it stays maybe back in the 28s or so, people are going to give up or say they made the wrong decision, or I got caught in the hype and they just want to trade for crypto or whatever. A lot of people jump into investing or precious metals, don't understand the market, don't understand what they're getting themselves into. They just jump on the hype train. They make an investment based off of what someone else is doing, and then they end up selling anyways at a massive loss. Look at Wall Street Silver. A lot of people bought in at $30 during that raid, but then the price goes back down and it still hasn't even really approached $30 again. And a lot of those people sold. So they bought at 30 and they sold at a much lower price. They gave up. They didn't understand that silver is a much a much longer term type of investment. It's a hedge against inflation as the dollar's collapsing. But there's also opportunity here as well. So, if you're someone who's newer, just be careful. The price is going to go up and down, up and down. But if you can take the emotions out and just look at it realistically, there's actually a lot of opportunity to be made there as well. This is why silver is called the devil's metal, the riskier version of gold. I call it gold on steroids because it hits higher highs and lower lows. If gold's going to rise 10%, silver's going to rise 15%. But also for the negative, if gold's going to drop 10%, silver's going to drop 15%. And by the way, speaking of gold, if you like gold and you would want my next giveaway to be gold, let me know. I'm actually doing my 54,000 subscriber giveaway soon. Since we did hit 54K, make sure you go enter or you're going to miss it, because technically I can be doing the entry video any day now. So you're going to miss it if you don't go enter right now. So if silver gets above $30, there will be massive technical buying. So Bill Burke, president at Blue Line Futures, talks about silver climbing higher along with the price of gold. He says if silver moves above $30, there will be massive technical buying, which could help drive the contract to $40 fairly quickly, which I definitely think. And I think an even more massive move would be if it broke above $50, or when it does. Wall Street Silver, that resistance, that $30 psychological resistance level, has been for about a year or so, because it was last year around this time. But $50 silver has been 40 years, right? 1 year compared to 40 years of resistance, right? In 1980, silver highest price has ever been, still to this day, $50 from the Hunt brothers. And then it dropped. Then 2011 hit $50 again, just a couple pennies less than the 1980 price. So 2 times throughout history, decades and decades, it stops at 50. So imagine how much resistance is built up from that $50 level. When it breaks above $50, I could see it hitting $100. I can see it hitting $100 fast. And I think that's going to be the most dangerous time for silver stackers ever. Because when you incorporate premiums and social media and just how big of news that would be, you're going to see people that have never invested a single dollar in their entire life trying to jump on this silver train. And they're going to get in probably at $50, $60, $70, $80. Plus you're incorporating premiums. People could be paying $125 for an eagle. I mean, they're already paying $50 for an eagle and spot price is only $25. So I could definitely see it being a dangerous situation where they're buying in, paying extremely crazy prices, right? Prices that we right now would dream of selling at, which I hope not really, but the point is that you have to get in before the curve. When most people are talking about it, it's too late. You missed the boat, right? When you're investing into something, you got to get in before anyone knows about it, before the curve. When most people found out about Bitcoin, it was too late. I got in at $1,200, but nobody was talking about it. Nobody trusted it, right? And that's the right time. But by the time everyone's talking about it, it's too late. You got to, and with silver right now, nobody's talking about, we are still before the curve. But when it's $100 and some dollars, these people are going to just jump on board. It's going to correct back downwards as it should because it went into overbought territory, and they're going to sell it at a loss because they second guess themselves, saying, oh, I shouldn't have done this. This was a big mistake. When really, it's not. They just don't understand. It's just a correction happening. And they honestly ran into something that is going to be the best, I guess, opportunity they've ever had in their lives. And I'm glad that on Wall Street Silver, a lot of people realize that, right? A lot of people are still stacking on Wall Street Silver, and now they're silver addicts, which is a great thing. So, anyways, he keeps on going to say he flags the ETF MG Prime Junior Silver Miner, blah blah, silver trend. I don't really get into silver miners or anything, but I did want to cover that because it does just make so much sense, and I do see that some day and age coming up, silver will break above $30, and I want you to be prepared and to keep an eye out for what's going to happen. Now, this can also work for the downside. $30 resistance level, but there's also things called support levels, which it's trying to stay above. Resistance levels, what it's trying to break above. Support levels, what it's trying to stay above. So let's say if the price is, silver is, the ask price is $25.04. So let's go like this 6-month chart. So it's looking like there's a lot of strong support at $22. So if silver broke above, oh wow, it went to $26. And that wasn't, wow. But anyways, if it, let's say it broke below $22, it'd probably get into the 19s. And that's just because, look, for the last year, it stayed at this $22 level, which means there's a lot of support there. But if it breaks below it, there's no structure. It's just going to crumble. Panic selling. If it breaks above this, it's going to explode. Impulse buying. Get what I'm saying? That's why impulse buying and panic selling are so dangerous. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Highly recommend you go check out my other videos and you go enter my giveaway, May the Luckiest Stacker Win. Also, go check out the Silver Stacking Podcast. We post a podcast every single week. We didn't last week because TJ was out of town. I'm in the middle of moving, but every week we've posted 9 episodes every Friday. Hour-plus long podcast, all about silver. Hang out with us in the live chat. You definitely won't regret it. It's really fun. Lots of people like it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.